Hey, what's going on, guys? This is DJ here at Motomember Select, your largest Can-Am Spyder dealer here in the US. And when I mean the largest, I mean the absolute largest. We have anywhere between 40 to 60 Spyders here at all times, different colorways, different trims, and of course different models between the F3s and the RTs. We are located here in Purcellville, Virginia. We might be right in your backyard. We might be a little bit of a distance, but believe me, it is well worth the trip if you want to come in and get fitted for a bike. But today, just wanted to give you guys a quick breakdown on some of the upgrades that come right out the factory from Can-Am on the F3 Limited Special Series compared to the standard F3 Limited. And as you guys can see, right next to me, I have a 22 F3 Limited Special Series in a beautiful plasma red colorway and carbon trim. And there are 5 differences or 5 upgrades that the Special Series has over the standard Limited, which real quick is going to be a 12-spoke rim package. It's going to have a short reach handlebar. It's going to have a comfort seat, it's going to have a top case rack, and it's also going to have a fog light or an auxiliary light. And some of the different upgrades that Can-Am provides on the Special Series definitely enhances visibility, and it definitely enhances comfortability as well. And then we're going to start up front real quick. Again, it's going to be the 12-spoke rim package, and they are carbon black here, and they're the only model that comes in black if they are a Special Series. When I mean black, I mean the secondary trim. This is carbon black, where your standard limited models are going to come in just straight black, or depending on the trim, if it's a chrome model, you'll have chrome wheels, or if it's a 23 where they upgraded to the platinum trim, you'll have platinum wheels. But the Special Series comes with a carbon black 12-spoke rim package. The second thing is going to be the short reach handlebar, which is super nice because if you guys know anything about the F3 Limiteds, it's a cruiser kind of style feel when you ride. You sit in the bike, your feet come forward, you lean back. And when you lean back, you're gonna need a handlebar that accommodates that riding position. And having a short reach handlebar definitely makes up for some of that reach or that lack of reach that you would if you had a standard F3 Limited. The third thing is gonna be the comfort seat, which is just a little bit extra padding on the seat. It definitely makes a difference from the standard F3 Limited. Even the comfort seat, that is an upgrade that you can purchase as well. The F3 Limited Special Series comfort seat is definitely a different seat. For sure makes a world of difference if you ask me. The fourth thing is going to be the top case rack. So it is a aluminum rack that is mounted on the top case that helps out with extra storage. People get what I call luggage happy. When they realize they have so many compartments to fill up, they end up filling up all the compartments. So they could be going on a long distance, they could be going on a trip, and they want to purchase something from the gift shop or buddy's house, whatever it is, and they realize they don't have any space to actually put some of their stuff. So the top case rack actually has a couple mounting points, so if you wanted a bungee cord or use some type of netting, it's just an extra possibility or an extra place where you can strap something down on the bike. And the fifth and final upgrade that the Special Series has is a fog light, or again, an auxiliary light. It does have a switch that you can toggle on and off the fog light itself. Again, for extra visibility, is always a plus for us at the end of the day, but the Special Series does come with standard fog lights. A lot of times we like to upgrade to the LED ones because the fog lights that come on the Special Series is halogen. Again, not a problem, but a lot of the lights on the bike already are LED. It's nice to have an upgraded LED because we know they are a little bit brighter, and especially when we're on a bike, we want to be as visible as possible. We want people to see us. We want to see what is going on out there. So upgrading to any type of fog light is a plus at the end of the day, but the Special Series comes standard with fog lights or an auxiliary light. One of the big things that I think is an imperative reason why you need to come into the dealership to get fitted for a bike is because, I just kind of said it, is to get fitted. It's not something where a one size fits all. I've been in so many scenarios speaking to customers and clients. They are completely dead set on not getting an F3. They rather go to the RT because they sat on one in a dealership and they thought it was uncomfortable. The brake pedal on the F3 Limited is a position 3. There's 5 positions that you can choose the brake pedal on an F3 Limited model, or even an F3 just in general. So if you're 6'2", the standard stock position on the F3 Limited is going to be very uncomfortable for you. If you are 4'9", the standard F3 Limited position 3 is going to be very uncomfortable for you. So it's justified why they jump to the next model like the RT, which is not a problem, but to get a real educated opinion on the bike itself, I'm going to sit you down, We're gonna bring you into the dealership, sit you on a couple different bikes. That way we can get a gauge on exactly where that brake pedal needs to be so that you're the most comfortable on the ride itself. So the stock position, again, is position 3. In my opinion, they're really meant for somebody that's anywhere between 5'5" to 5'7". So again, if you're anything taller than that or anything shorter than that, the stock position is probably not gonna be the right position for you. So we have a couple bikes in the dealership that we've actually adjusted the brake pedal to position 5, position 4, position 2, and position 1. So that way when you sit on the bikes, you get a real opinion on, okay, this could be for me, or it's still not for me, but at least you have the opinion at the end of the day. Same thing for the handlebars. It's nice that, again, the Special Series comes with a short reach handlebar, but if you have long arms, because everybody's not built the same, but if you have long arms, that short reach handlebar might be too short. It might come a little bit too close, you might look like a T-Rex, and it might be uncomfortable or steer you away in that regards. So maybe opting out of the short reach handlebar and upgrading to just the standard handlebar itself might be the right position. Because you never want to feel like you're completely locked out. You don't want to look like you're Superman, because at that point, you don't really have any leverage when you're trying to make your turns. And again, it's not comfortable being completely locked out the entire time. So there are different upgrades that you can make to the handlebar that are completely adjusted for you specifically. The backrest is also a super plus. It's gonna make sure that you can ride even longer, just because if there is no backrest, again, I'm gonna recap on the F3 Limited Special Series or even the F3 Limited riding position. When your feet go forward and you lean back and the only thing that's holding you up is the handlebar itself, you're pulling yourself forward, and keep in mind, you have a lot of wind resistance that's pushing on you. So over time, your shoulders are gonna start to tire out, they're gonna start to fatigue. You might wake up in the morning and you're sore, you don't really know why. It's because you're holding onto the handlebar while that wind is pushing against you at those higher speeds. So if you have a backrest, something that you can lean against, you'll mitigate the entire fatigue of your shoulders because you have something that is supporting you back there. And the nice thing about the backrest itself is you can angle it, you know, whether you want it to be 90 degrees if you're more of an upright kind of rider. If you're a lazy rider like me, you can also adjust it so it angles backwards. But also, if you want to be a little bit closer up, you can angle that backrest a little bit forward to kind of push you up. And just depending on, you know, lumbar support, whatever your needs are, that backrest can be adjusted for your type of riding position. So you put that together with a backrest, you put that together with a floorboard that's adjusted to your position, and then you also put that together with the F3 Limited handlebar that can be adjusted as well. I mean, we're riding for distance here, you know what I mean? And some of this stuff is not something that your typical dealerships, in my opinion, are gonna educate you on, especially when you come to the dealership. They might have 1 or 2, they might have 3 or 10, which is nice, you know what I mean? But it doesn't mean that they've actually dressed up some of these models in here so you can actually see, touch, and smell the different accessories or the different adjustments that you can make. At the end of the day, you know, you can go any direction, RT or an F3, as long as you're getting that one-on-one time with the right salesperson or the right sales consultant, or what I like to call a fit specialist. You know, you're really gonna get the best experience on any of the Spyders at the end of the day. If you're up in the air between an F3 and an RT, let me take you out on a test drive on both of them. Before we do that, let me get a gauge on your height, your arm length, your leg lengths. I'm gonna have you sit on a couple bikes. We're gonna go on a test drive on the right model that fits your exact height in your leg lengths, your arm lengths, your torso, everything up and down. Because it is not a one size fits all. It is the bike fits you specifically. Let's put it like that. Another fantastic upgrade that we like to do is putting on running floorboards. From the angle of the camera, I don't know if you can tell, but the floorboards itself are about 12 to 15 inches long, which kind of limits your foot to being in one position the entire time. I don't know about you, but the F3s and the RTs, you can ride long distance. It gets a little bit tiring when your feet are only limited to one position. You can't move it just because your foot is taking up that entire floorboard there. So with the longer floorboards itself, you're able to move your legs across the floorboard. You can stand up, and then people overlook it, but it's a lot easier to get on and off the bike, mainly because the angle of the standard floorboard is angled up a little bit. So trying to stand up on it, especially if it's real slick, maybe if it just rained or something like that, it can be a little bit dangerous, can be a little bit of a risk. But having a running floorboard that is completely flat allows you to get on the bike a lot more with confidence. And again, having the ability to stand up, having the ability to stretch your legs, it's just only going to enhance your ride, make you more comfortable, make you want to ride more and more long distance at the end of the day. Another great upgrade also is going to be the taller windshield. The standard windshield, there's nothing wrong with it for the driver itself, just because you sit low in the bike, so that windshield definitely does a great job of deflecting the air, especially with this little lip up top. But if you do ride two up with a passenger back there who sits probably about 4 to 5 inches higher than that of the driver, you might want a taller windshield that it kind of helps out mitigate some of the wind that the passenger is going to be feeling. And then the taller windshield is actually about 3 inches taller. It doesn't have these extra holes here, which again is nice for a little bit of airflow. But in the days where it's really cold outside and you're riding, you want to limit as much airflow as possible. So having a taller windshield not only is going to protect the driver, but it's definitely going to help out with the passenger that sits back there as well. The last upgrade that I want to speak on real quick is going to be a turn signal light here on this fender. When these bikes are built right out the box, regardless if it's an F3, regardless if it's an RT, there are 0 side profile lights that Can-Am provides right out the box. There's nothing bad to say about Can-Am. It's just an opportunity for us to show a customer that we really care about you being visible out there, especially in this world with the amount of distractions out there. So this upgrade that you see is a turn signal light. This is actually just a deflector that comes right out the box. So if the light hits it in the right angle, it might shine. But this is a turn signal that we've actually opted in for. And what is nice about it is it stays illuminated once the bike turns on. And then once you activate the turn signal, it turns into a blinker as well. So if somebody's in a blind spot and you're trying to make a turn, you're trying to merge, it's gonna help be seen 100% of the time when you're actually out there on the road. Definitely when it's dark and when it's during the daytime, it's still an extra running light that people will see regardless. Because your regular turn signal or your standard turn signal is right here up front, right at 12 o'clock. And again, if somebody's in that awkward position lane where they can't see that turn signal that's been applied, you know, we're open to some accidents or some risk. Let's put it like that. But having a running turn signal that stays illuminated is definitely a plus for us. There's a world of accessories. The Spyder community has grown a lot in the past years. And like I said, as the largest dealer here, we take pride on getting people to the dealership, having them sit on the bikes, having them get fitted for the bikes, educating them on some of the different accessories that are not only there for visibility, but at the end of the day for comfort. Because let's be real, guys, you can go the distance on these things. You can go hundreds of thousands of miles on these bikes without you having to put your feet down, without having you to worry about any slippage, any balancing problems. It has reverse. It's super convenient. The whole point is what we call wind therapy. You know, as long as you're getting the wind in your face, you're enjoying the riding experience, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. And we're just happy to kind of help fit customers, put that smile on their face, and make it happen for you guys. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to give us a call. Again, my name is DJ. You can check our inventory out on our website. You know, spend an hour to an hour and a half with us at the dealership, get fitted for the bike, get educated on the bike. We want to learn about you guys. Hopefully you guys want to learn a little bit about what we do here and why we are the largest Can-Am Spyder dealer here in the nation. But if this video actually helped out for you guys, please like it, please comment. I would love to make sure I can answer some of your guys' questions, and look forward to answering a lot more questions on some of the videos that I plan to come out with. But thank you guys for checking this out.